Hello, everybody. Afro X here. You have come to Pop Culture Philosophers, the most legendary station, and this is Anime Nation. What's up, everybody? My name is Afro X, the Anime Man, coming to you talking about everything anime, manga, Japanese culture. We're gonna have a great time here today. So let's get started, my weeaboos. So starting off, I'm just gonna give a PCP update. These are all the shows on Pop Culture Philosophers that you should be checking out during the week. On Tuesdays, we come with the Chamor show. That usually starts at about 7:30. Then on Wednesdays, we have Big Herm's Collectibles. No, Wednesday is not Big Herm's Collectibles. Wednesday, I believe, is TM Nerdy. Then on Saturdays, we have Dylan's Horror Show with all your information on horror movies. They talk about a lot of great topics there. Then on Sundays, they have Big Herm's Collectibles. And then right after is Rockin' Robbie Live, which is the main meat and potatoes of the PCP Army. Then you come back to Monday and you have Anime Nation with me. That's right, Afro X. So that is the PCP update. Hey, what's up, Chase? So good to see that you're in here. Thanks for watching. Big shout out to all my sidelines friends. I go to the bar every Saturday, and they're really good to me there. But yeah, so good to see that you're in here. Thanks for watching. Big Herm, station to you. Was just talking about your channel. Hope it's going really, really well. Cryo Prime, so excited that you're here. Really excited that you're here, especially since you've got such a très magnifique taste in anime. So good to see all of you. Big Herm says, yes, it's TM Nerdy, Big Herm, and Chamorro all have shows on Wednesday. Okay, so TM Nerdy, Big Herm, and Chamorro all have shows on Wednesday, and then Herm, you also have one before Robbie on Sundays, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So I've decided on a collective name for everybody who watches my channel, but the live stream. You guys are gonna be weeaboos because I am what's known as an otaku. I love Japanese culture. I love anime. I love all that stuff, and I put effort into researching it. You guys, you're a little bit smaller. You're just learning about anime, stuff like that. And weeaboo is a shortened form of the phrase wannabe otaku. But don't worry, because you guys will get to be otakus as long as you keep paying attention. Stay tuned right here. But for now, you're my lovely weeaboos. Hey, Drift. So good to see you. Yes, that is how you spell weeaboo. All right. Station Link, so good to see you here. So glad to see you guys on the stream. Wow. We're 6.5 minutes in. We already got 6 viewers. This is absolutely amazing. Yes. So my week's been pretty great. I've been pumped. Just yesterday I put up my new video, Apex Legends Real Legacy trailer. That was I took the Legacy trailer that came out on Monday and I edited it so it would look like real life. So if you want to check that out, that's a great video, especially if you're into Apex Legends at all. Chase, I know you're super into Apex Legends. But yeah, it was kind of a one-off because I usually do anime stuff. But yeah, Apex Legends Real, it's a great video. One of my best edits, if I do say so myself. I'm hoping Fable gets in here eventually. All right. Well, we're gonna start off on the first topic, and that is I'm reading off my notes. The first topic is going to be One Piece number 1010 that just came out it came out 2 Thursdays ago. We haven't talked about One Piece in a long time. One Piece 1010 was a super banger. Like it's amazing what Ichiro Oda is doing right now. But it was sweet. Zoro exhibiting new powers like Conqueror's Haki. He's pretty much slicing right through Kaido. They are getting rid of Big Mom, which they're doing the divide and conquer strategy. They're trying to split apart Big Mom and Kaido, which is good because them together is absolutely crazy. Everybody in the comments was really predicting end of this arc, both Zoro and Luffy are going to have over $1 billion bounties, or 1 billion berry bounties. That's right, because berry is the currency in One Piece. But yeah, and yeah, 1010 is just amazing. It was probably the first chapter that we see where Luffy gets knocked out, and in the same chapter he gets back up, which means his resilience to getting knocked out is really big. Also means Luffy's probably got a whole lot of brain damage, but that's to be expected. But yeah, so in the end of the chapter, which by the way you can check out on mangareader.com, at the end of the chapter it's so sweet because Luffy gets up and he now has the haki that Hyogoro the flower taught him, which is where you punch and you deal damage by putting your haki into the thing you're punching, so you don't actually make contact with the thing that you're punching. And so he does that, and Kaido swings his club, and Luffy jumps off of it, kicks it with his haki, and jumps off the haki itself. I mean, he's kicking off the air itself. And then he comes back and he just slams one deep into Kaido and then uppercuts him. And the panel right before he hits him is amazing. It's like the one in anime where like all anime characters have their fists just stretched back ready to strike, and you're like, dude, that's the golden shonen hit right there. That's the I'm putting everything in. That's the United States of Smash. That's the one for all 1,000,000%. That's the what is it? Final Kamehameha. That's the what is it? Like giant Rasengan, dude. When they're like that, when they're poised, ready to strike, you know it's about to go down. That's a serious punch, One Punch Man. But yeah, so that was pretty much all of it for One Piece 1010. If you guys have been reading any manga or watching any anime this week, let me know about it in the comments, and we will definitely talk about it. Once again, big hello to everybody out there. Link, so good to see that you're here, Herm. It's all good. It's all good in this hood. Anyways, good that we were talking about One Piece, because I'm gonna go right into my character showcase here. So the character we're gonna be showcasing today is Big Mom from One Piece, and Big Mom is one of the main villains of One Piece. She has a very interesting backstory, very interesting powers, stuff like that. So yeah, Big Mom, where to start? Her actual name is Charlotte Linlin, and and all the names are backwards. So her name is no, that is right. Charlotte Linlin, yes. Because Kaido's always calling her Linlin. Anyways, so Charlotte Linlin starts out. She is from Station Chamorro. Just gonna point this out really fast. Station, I can't stay, brother, but wanted to wish a good show. Thank you so much, Chamorro. Cryo Prime says my complete manga set of Rosario and Vampire arrived today. That is amazing. Rosario and Vampire is a lit anime. I watched it in my early anime watching days, and dude, like I'm always talking about My Bride is a Mermaid. Rosario and Vampire like right above that. Like I put My Bride is a Mermaid, Rosario and Vampire, and then you go School Rumble. And I was watching Rosario and Vampire and School Rumble at about the same time. And I loved it. It was sweet. But yeah, Big Mom. Big Mom is main villain, or one of the main villains in One Piece, and she is a giant. She comes from the island of Elbaf, which is the land of the giants, and Luffy visits the island of Elbaf very early on in his adventures, but she, as a young girl, she was really abandoned by everybody on Elbaf just because she would cry a lot and she was always hungry 24/7. And she kind of just got too much to handle, and I think she was orphaned, and she went to go live with an old woman named Mother Carmel. And Mother Carmel was super nice, took really good care of her, fed her everything that she needed, and pretty much raised Charlotte Linlin from the time she was really, really young. And so she grew up and really just had a deep, deep love for Mother Carmel. And Charlotte Linlin grew up, joined the Rocks Pirates, and the Rocks Pirates got to the final island, Rafto, and that's the place where One Piece is hidden. And they were completely wiped out. The Rocks Pirates were composed of Big Mom when she was in her like tall, skinny form. And then there was Kaido, was on the Rocks Pirates. There was, of course, Captain Rocks. And they were all taken out by a combination of Luffy's grandpa, Monkey D. Garp. And also they were, I think Gold Roger was also there. He was either on the Rocks Pirates or he was... No, because Gold Roger was a pirate, so he was in the Rocks Pirates, and then they were all defeated by what's his name, Admiral Sengoku and Monkey D. Garp. Which honestly, Monkey D. Garp is a testament for someone who doesn't have devil fruit powers. He's amazing. He's strong enough to lift whole cannonballs and throw them with the strength of a cannon going off. Even as an old man. But yeah, he is absolutely amazing. So that was her time with the Rocks Pirates, and then after they were defeated, she went off and started her own country, and I believe they call her country Tontata Land. I'm not sure if that's the name or if I'm thinking of the name of the little people on Dressrosa. But anyways, she made her own like area, which was a chain of islands that were all made of food. And she gained the devil fruit that she got was she gained the ability to put souls she gained the ability to completely control souls. So what she could do was she could take an inanimate object and she could put a soul into it and bring it to life. But she could also do stuff like go up to someone and be like, I don't like you. I'm going to shave 100 years off your life. And she could age people. And so when we meet Big Mom in the story, there's so much going on around her, so many abilities that she has that we're just like, whoa. Like, we know that one person can't have multiple devil fruits, so what's going on here? Pretty much she makes a entire land that is made up of living inanimate objects. She puts souls in the trees, she puts souls in the clouds, she puts souls in fire, and everything that she puts souls in she calls her homies. Which is interesting that it's called that. And so pretty much she can create an army out of inanimate objects whenever she wants to, which obviously is a really, really scary thing when you think about it. But I mean, Big Mom's whole goal is she just wants to eat. She wants to consume more, which is why when we see her in the actual present day, she's big. She is like monstrously huge. Like, there's a giant and then there's a fat giant. Like, you go up to Big Mom and you don't even go to damn. You go straight to, oh, hell no. Yeah. And she got really, really ugly too, although she thinks she's just the greatest. And she eventually became the captain of the Big Mom Pirates. And the Big Mom Pirates span a couple of, Station TM Nerdy. Nice. And she gained control, and pretty much through doing deals throughout the seas and stuff, she was able to gain control of a lot of different people, a lot of different races, and even taking over whole pirate crews and stuff. So I won't go into the whole story of what happens with her. I will say there is one devil fruit in the world that counters hers, and that is Brooks. Brooke has the revive fruit, and so he has complete control over his own soul. And so Big Mom can't touch him. Since he has complete control over his own soul, Big Mom can't do anything to his soul. And so he is her natural enemy. He is the antithesis, which makes sense because he's a living skeleton. So anyways, pretty much in the story, Big Mom is trying to get Sanji from the Straw Hat Pirates to marry her daughter, who is named Charlotte Pudding. Now, all of her children, regardless of whether they're a girl or a boy, have the name Charlotte somewhere in their name. There is Katakuri, who's also known as Charlotte Dogtooth. There is Prospero, and I think his full name is Charlotte Prospero, something like that. But anyway, all of her children have the name Charlotte in it somewhere. Oven is named Charlotte Oven. And so she has a ton of children that are also in her pirate crew. And pretty much in the story, she's trying to get Sanji to marry her daughter. Now, Luffy doesn't like that because he's like, hey, you can't steal someone on my crew and bring them to your crew. Or you can't take Sanji away. And so pretty much Luffy, with the help of Gang Beige, who is a man who can make his entire body into a castle, and Gang Beige is the leader or the captain of the Fire Tank Pirates. They come up with a plan to ruin the wedding, pretty much crash the wedding, and they And what they do in the wedding is they break the picture of Mother Carmel, which Gangbei says the only way to defeat Big Mom is to hit her with a poison bazooka that could take down like a giant elephant, and you have to do it when she is so mad that she's incapacitated. So they try doing this, and it doesn't work. She bats this missile away like it's nothing. And pretty much it was the first time in history that Luffy didn't defeat his enemy, and he had to turn around and head for the hills, like run for his life, because Big Mom was much too angry to be dealt with at the time. Well, that's kind of ironic. I'm talking about Big Mom, and Herm says, "Damn, I'm at my mom's and the Wi-Fi is crap. Grr." That's funny. But yeah, so pretty much now that he's ruined the wedding, smashed her picture, Big Mom is on a total lifelong revenge campaign to kill off Luffy and crew. She will pretty much stop at nothing to make sure the Straw Hat Pirates are completely destroyed. And so, yeah, we get to the Wano arc, and she shows up and teams up with Kaido, and that's where the story is at now. They are trying to fight both Big Mom and Kaido, and it's turning out to be really difficult, especially because Big Mom has like a demon form. Just a little bit more into it. When she puts the soul into fire and the soul into a cloud, she creates two of her main homies, and she also has a soul in her hat, which also can become a sword for some reason. But anyways, the one that she put in fire manifests as a gigantic sun that she can ride on, and it's called Prometheus, and the cloud is called Zeus. And at one point, Nami took over Zeus by feeding him electric balls of electricity, and actually brought down a huge thunderstrike on Big Mom, one that we thought probably killed her, and then it did not. It just made her angrier. Big Mom is pretty much like a beehive, where you can hit her with everything, and everything you hit her with, it doesn't kill her. It just makes her angrier. That was the character showcase on Big Mom. If any of you have any questions about Big Mom or One Piece in general, you can go ahead in the comments, and I will answer them. Yeah. Actually, what I should be doing is, before I get into these big speeches, I should be telling you guys to write down questions in the comments. But yeah, one thing that I could talk at length about is just all the powers in One Piece. I mean, what is it? Big Mom's son, Charlotte Dogtooth, he has the power to turn his entire body into mochi, which is kind of like like sticky, sweet rice balls. Pretty much, he has the power to turn his whole body into molasses like donut dough, and because of that, his body is extremely elastic, and so he's pretty much a clone image of Luffy. When Luffy has to fight him, they pretty much have the same power set. And that's a really interesting thing. Chase said, "Have a good night, bro. Heading to bed." You have a great night too, man. Thanks for watching for so long. But yeah, Charlotte Oven, which I mentioned earlier, he has the power to heat things up. Now, we also saw that in One Piece earlier on in the Lovely Land arc, when Luffy had to fight Don Ichino, but Ichiro Oda explained that Don Ichino was able to produce heat from his body, and Oven is pretty much able to just, anything he touches, he can heat up. And so one of the really cruel things that happens is Jinbei is coming to help the Straw Hat Pirates, and all the sun pirates are right behind him about to help him, and Oven just sticks his hand in the ocean and he boils the ocean and boils them alive, which is absolutely awful. Prospero, he has the power to turn anyone and anything into candy, and he can also like produce candy from himself. That's an interesting power of his. Pudding has a really interesting power. Charlotte Pudding, she is able to alter people's memories and give them false memories and completely cut out some of their memories. And she's really cool, but her power pretty much gives her the ability to see someone's memories, like what is it, like a video reel, and she and because of her ability, she has a third eye in the middle of her forehead, which is a big plot point, especially since she was really worried Sanji wouldn't love her once he saw her third eye, and Sanji was awesome. He was the man. He saw her third eye for the first time at the wedding, and he was just like, it looks absolutely beautiful. And I was like, you go, Sanji. You my man, you the greatest gentleman in the world. Like you take a girl's insecurities and you tell her she's beautiful anyway. I was so proud of Sanji in that moment. But yeah, that was some interesting stuff about Big Mom and kind of her family and stuff like that. Moving on, our next main topic is we're going to be talking about Soul Eater episodes 3 and 4, which I watched earlier today in preparation for this. So, Soul Eater episode 3 is Soul Eater episode 3 is all about Death the Kid. And Death the Kid, he is the son of Death, and he rides on a skateboard, and he has 2 twin handguns named Liz and Patty. Now, he's kind of annoying because he has an obsession with everything needing to be symmetrical. And whenever he is claimed to be asymmetrical, he gets really sad and says that he should die, to which the twins have to console him and say that no, he doesn't need to die. But yeah, he's a really interesting character because he can be a badass one moment and then he can be a complete clown the next moment, which is interesting to see, especially since we have the whole dynamic between, like, Soul and Maka are obviously the badass people in Soul Eater. Then you have Black Star and Tsubaki, who are kind of the comic relief. And then you have Death the Kid, who is both badass and comic relief. So it's interesting because, like, he loves being symmetrical, but not even his own personality is symmetrical. Which is very, very interesting to see. But yeah, episode 3 introduced Death the Kid. He was sent on a mission to the Pyramid of Anubis, and they got there. They have to fight some mummies, and pretty much the twin sisters are left to fight the mummies because Death the Kid is worried about a picture that he thought was crooked back at home, and he has to go back and check. And the twin sisters are amazing. They are both weapons, but they can actually use themselves in turn. Like, Liz is the younger sister, Patty is the older sister. And pretty much what they can do is, like, Patty can fire Liz in her gun form, and then they can switch right back, and then Liz can fire Patty in her gun form. And so there's a whole bunch of tricks that they can do. And it's awesome because Death's weapons are so good that they can fight for themselves, which is impressive. And then you get to the scene where he's fighting the Pharaoh Anubis, and the Pharaoh's coffin is totally symmetrical. So Death the Kid thinks it's beautiful. He can't fire on it. And then Anubis himself comes out of the coffin, and he's just the most asymmetrical monster you've ever seen. Nothing matches on him at all, except the jewel on his forehead. And Dead the Kid just blows him away. He's just like, you're disgusting, 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 disgusting. And just blows him away with both his handguns. What's interesting about Dead the Kid is that when he fires his guns, he holds them upside down, so he's firing with his pinkies, which I don't know how. You would have to have extremely good pinky strength to be able to fire a gun and also deal with that recoil with the gun upside down in your hand. I suppose this gives a really good rest for a gun if it's upside down in your hand, but who knows? I barely know anything about guns myself. Episode 4. Episode 4 gives us a look into so episodes 1, 2, and 3 were pretty much the prologue. They introduce the 3 main teams. Episode 4 gets into the beginning of the story, and we find out that a teacher that was seen in the previous episode is now dead. He was killed off screen by getting a Statue of Liberty beat into his head, like base first, which must have taken a ton of force and would just be horrible. He got it beat into his brain, so he dies. And this is not a main character, so it's not really that big of a spoiler. But so the mission that Blackstar and Tsubaki and Sol and Maka are sent on is they have to go and they have to defeat Sid, who is now a zombie for some reason. And Sid was, in his life, was a teacher, and he was a 3rd-star weaponmeister, that's like the top level of weaponmeister you can get to. And he's just amazing. Like, he can fight with his own tombstone, which is really, really impressive. And pretty much what the whole point of the exercise is for is so that Blackstar and Tsubaki and Sol and Maka, their 2 respective teams can each learn how to perform soul resonance, which is when the Meister and the weapon souls are in complete wavelength, or are on the same wavelength. And by doing this, you can transform your weapon into something greater than yourself. In the case of Maka and Sol, when they transform, it turns Sol in his scythe form into a giant double-edged scythe. And that can also, when she swings it, it puts out a wave of power that goes really, really far. The only thing is Maka is not very graceful, and she trips, sending a shockwave off in Blackstar's direction. So that does not work, and pretty much Blackstar ends up using an assassin move to trap Sid. So they bring Sid back to where he was turned into a zombie, and at the end of the episode, we are introduced to the next new character, which is Dr. Frankenstein, who is my personal favorite character in all of Soul Eater. And the biggest thing you notice about him, his face, it has a whole bunch of scars, like he's been stitched together, but the biggest thing you notice about him is that he has a giant crank, or a giant bolt through his head that he turns to collect his thoughts. It actually clicks, and I actually cosplayed as him at a convention a number of years ago, and it was interesting because I almost couldn't, because I had to find a way to make the clanking sound in the prop work, and I had to find an old in October I had to find a New Year's Eve clacker thing that they have to make that work. If you want me to talk more about cosplay and how to do cosplay, I would love to touch more on that. If you're interested, that is a really big topic that's close to my heart. I haven't done cosplay in a while, especially since last year the convention was canceled. And for reasons that I won't get into right now, I am actually banned for life from 2 Minnesota conventions. But yeah, I will get more into that later. But yeah, cosplay is great. So that is all about Soul Eater episodes 3 and 4. And yeah, if you guys wanted to talk more about that, definitely go ahead in the comments. I've noticed the comments have kind of come to a grinding halt, which is concerning, but we shall continue on anyway. So moving forward, our anime showcase this week, as you've probably guessed from the title and from the thumbnail, is going to be, and from the description, is our anime showcase is going to be the Fate series. Now, Fate is in the series is written as Fate /. And the after the slash is always something that is always the technical subtitle of the anime or season that you're watching. So pretty much the Fate series is very, very confusing. Even like advanced anime fans like myself get confused by the what is it? Order of the Fate series. But pretty much how the Fate series goes, from what I've gathered from looking on the internet, is it was originally an RPG. Then it got turned into an anime. Cryo Prime said, "Oh, are you going to try and explain the timeline?" Lol. I'm going to try. I don't know if I'll do good at it. Herm said banned from conventions. Is that a thumbs up? Okay, I don't know if you're encouraging it or asking me to talk more about it, but I will get back to that later. So as far as I know, the Fate series, the main story, it starts out with in chronological order, like the order that the animes came out. It started with Fate Stay Night, and Fate Stay Night, and I'm sure Cryo Prime is going to correct me in the comments so hard if I slip on this once, but Fate Stay Night is pretty much the story of it's the story of Shiro Emiya and his friend, who is God, what is her name? Gal, I'm having a mind blank here, but it's Shiro Emiya and a girl that he's with, and they're in what is called the Holy Grail War. And pretty much the Holy Grail War is it is a war that happens every 100 years. No, not 100 years. It happens every 10 years. That's right. Happens every 10 years, and pretty much it is a battle to obtain the Holy Grail, which will grant the person who wins it any wish they can imagine. Absolutely any wish. It's a MacGuffin. It's the dragon from Dragon Ball Z. It will grant any wish. So pretty much in the Holy Grail War, you have to, the requirements for getting into the Holy Grail War is you have to be a mage or at least from a magical family or bloodline. You pretty much have to have magic in your wheelhouse somehow. Yeah, so Shiro Emiya, he's not that good of a mage. He can do basic things like he can do a little bit of, well, technically alchemy. He can mend metal and stuff like that used to be broken. He can make items stronger. by using magic, but his magic is very, very limited, as opposed to some other people like, God, what is her name? I'm gonna think of it, but the girl that he hangs out with, she can like shoot beads of pure magic and stuff at people. But yeah, Shiro is not that good of a mage, and so he gets into the Holy Grail War, and pretty much in the Holy Grail War, what happens is you as a mage have to summon a heroic spirit, which is a spirit that comes from either the past or the future, usually the past, and it's a folklore legend. Like you could get Hercules, or you could get Gilgamesh, or you could get King Arthur, stuff like that. But depending on the power of the mage, you're gonna get a better heroic spirit. And really, the series more focuses around Saber, who is usually King Arthur is summoned in the Saber class. She's the swords person. And when I say she, it's because they do depict King Arthur as a woman, which is a popular theory on who King Arthur actually was. And so there are certain classes in the Holy Grail War. There is, there is Saber, Lancer, Archer, Berserker, Rider, Caster, and Assassin. Yes. Oh, thank you, Cryo. Thank you, Cryo. Cryo just said, talking about Reen, the red dress chick. Yes, her name is Reen Tosaka. Thank you. I just needed the first name. Yes, Reen Tosaka is the guy that Shiro Emiya, or is the girl that Shiro Emiya always goes around with. And pretty much there's all these classes, and they have to fight against each other, and it's a fight to the death. It is literally a battle royale that is all across Tokyo, and the only way to obtain the Holy Grail is by killing all of the other masters. And when you kill a master, of course, their magical power ceases to exist, and their heroic spirit can no longer be manifested. So pretty much Fate Stay Night is all about Shiro Emiya and his quest to get to the Holy Grail, but he doesn't really want to kill all the other masters. He wants to do it peacefully and democratically. He wants to save people, which is not the way that these things work. So that's pretty much the plot of Fate Stay Night. Now, going back a little bit, the next anime to come out in the Fate series in chronological order was, I believe it was Fate Zero. And Fate Zero is the prequel to Fate Stay Night. Fate Zero is all about the first summoning of Saber, and that was done by Kiritsugu Emiya. And Kiritsugu Emiya, pretty much he was a orphaned boy. Vampires took over his town, infected the rest of his town, and he was saved by a government agent. And he kind of became an assassin, and due to certain events, he ended up kind of betraying and killing his own partner, which was a bit of a drag. But pretty much it's about him joining the Holy Grail War, and Saber is his heroic spirit servant, and he has a wife named Iris Veal and a daughter named Elias Veal, and these two are homunculi. Yes, just like in Full Metal Alchemist. And in fact, there's a lot of commonalities between the Fate series and Full Metal Alchemist, which is weird. Anyways, they are homunculi. They are pretty much Iris Veal's role is she is the body that is that houses the Holy Grail. And eventually, around the end of the time of the Holy Grail War, she will have to sacrifice her own life in order to become the Holy Grail. And so there's a whole bunch of really cool masters and servants in it. There is Lancer, who's pretty much Lancer is always a rival to Saber, and then there is Ryder. Ryder is really boisterous, and in Fate Zero, he's Alexander the Great is the heroic spirit chosen to be Ryder, and he comes back and he's immediately like, yes, I want to conquer the world again. And he actually wears a t-shirt with all the nations on it because he's like, this is what I'm going to conquer. So yeah. And the interesting part is if a master servant team wins the Holy Grail War, either the master or the servant can wish on the Holy Grail, but only one wish will be granted. So some people aren't even in it for the wish. They just want to win. Or they want to win for the other person. There is Caster in Fate Zero, and Caster is just creepy. I can't remember what heroic spirit he is, but he's just super creepy. And probably one of the scariest scenes you will ever see in anime is the master who summons him is a serial killer, and he has all these children locked up in this room in a house. And what's sickening is he lets one of the kids get out. He sets one of them free. And just as the kid is standing on the doorstep looking out, suddenly a tentacle grabs him, brings him back in, and Caster eats him. And it was scary, not because of the imagery, but because it was a moment when the viewer has a whole bunch of hope, and then, or it's viewing someone who has hope for the first time in their life, and then just getting it completely pulled away from them. And that's what made it scary. Oh, yes, Cryo brought up a very good point here. He said it's all about Gilgamesh. I forgot to mention Gilgamesh. So Gilgamesh is the main antagonist in the Fate, well, at least Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night. But Gilgamesh, he's pretty amazing. I believe he's the Lancer class, and he has the ability to open what's called the Gate of Babylon, which, as you can see in the thumbnail, is a giant attack where he has the ability, or he has control over all of the heroic phantasms, or the noble phantasms, all of like the main weapons of every heroic spirit. And they're all in his storehouse, and so he says that they belong to him. And he's able to summon any of these weapons he wants at any time. And these swords just appear out of thin air, and he can shoot them at other people, which is absolutely amazing. He can just summon swords whenever, wherever. He's like super impressive. So we have Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero. Then Fate Stay Night was remade into it was redone, and it delved more into the manga and stuff, but it was redone into Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, which delves more into the story of Shiro Emiya. And I won't spoil anything because you should watch it, but Shiro Emiya is a very, very important character in the Fate series. Yeah, it's good. But Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. And then it kind of gets iffy, because the next one is technically Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. And from then on, I think it splits into two different timelines, and one goes to Fate Stay Night Collide, and one goes to Fate Stay Night Apocrypha. And I don't know anything about those ones because I have only watched Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Now, the reason I didn't watch original Fate Stay Night is because I was told not to, because Unlimited Blade Works is better. It delves into the manga more. It is stylistically looking better and stuff. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this series to anyone, especially if you're deep into anime and you just want something juicy to dig your teeth into, or sink your teeth into, because it's great. Watch Fate Zero, watch Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. You will not regret it. But yeah, no, it's good. Like I was saying, if you guys have any questions about anything we've been talking about today, One Piece, Big Mom, Fate Stay Night, or the Fate series, anything, let me know in the comments and I will try to answer those questions for you. All right, so here we go. We haven't done a Japanese word in a couple of weeks here just because of things going on and stuff like that. So to everyone out there, our Japanese word today is really, really fun. Our Japanese word today is hentai. And I know what you're all thinking, Afro, you're going to get yourself banned. But no, because the word hentai is actually very, very innocent. In Japanese, the word hentai actually means pervert. So whenever you're watching anime and a guy is like peeking in on a girl in a hot spring bath or the shower or something like that, sometimes she'll call him hentai, and pretty much she's calling him a pervert, which I think is really, really funny. So yeah, anytime you're looking up hentai, you're literally accepting that you yourself are a big, huge pervert. Yeah, Cryo just brought up a great point. Don't Google it though. Yeah, I wouldn't Google hentai unless you're at least on incognito mode. So that is the new Japanese word for today. And yeah. Okay, so just really quick, I'm going to go off on a tangent, and Herm wanted to hear about me being banned from conventions. So here's what happened. It was probably, I'd say 5 or 6 years ago. I went to Minneapolis, and they had a masquerade, which is their annual cosplay competition. And in this masquerade, the people go through and you are judged by a panel of judges on how good your performance was. Now, I went up there, and the thing that I did was I actually spoke Japanese from the stage, which at that time was allowed. You could speak from the stage. And I performed an example of the 6 types of attacks in the 6 powers used in One Piece, but I spoke Japanese throughout the entire thing, and I thought it was pretty impressive. And so nobody really got it, because the thing about anime conventions is tons of people go there, but there's not like, I mean, there's some deep anime fans, but there's also some people who are like, hey, I'm just here to see the costumes, you know? So nobody was really impressed with my Japanese because nobody really could grasp what I was talking about, which has happened a lot in my life. So pretty much what had happened was, at the end of the competition, there was an act of 5 girls doing a dance from Vocaloids, which at the time I was really upset because I was like, Vocaloids isn't even anime. It's a CGI music program. But anyways, they did a dance from Vocaloids, and it was good. I'm not going to lie. But it was a group of 5 girls, and then at the end I found out that the panel was a group of 5 women. And so I went online afterwards and I complained. I said, I feel like the masquerade this year was biased because it was a panel of 5 women and a group of 5 girls won. And that started probably the biggest firestorm I've ever started on Facebook in my entire life. I'm surprised I didn't get thrown in Facebook jail, but I did get a strike against myself. And for that, I was banned from all of, so the organization is called animecon.org. And I was banned from all of their conventions for a year. So I start going to their conventions again. I went to, what was it? Metacon. And about probably 2 years later, I went to Metacon. So that was my first strike, was starting that firestorm and accusing them of being biased. My second strike was me and a friend were doing an 18 plus panel, which in 18 plus panels, anything goes. You can swear, you can say super sexual stuff, and nobody really cares because everybody in there is supposed to be 18 plus. I make the mistake of accidentally telling a sex joke to one of the people that worked at the convention, and they reported me for it. That was my second strike. They said, you already had your first strike, this is your second strike, and that's it. You are banned for life from all of our conventions. They run two of the conventions per year out of the 4 Minnesota conventions. So I'm banned for life from both Minneapolis, and I am banned for life from Metacon. But the 2 anime conventions I can still go to are, I can still go to Anime Detour, and I can still go to Anime Fusion. I usually only go to Anime Fusion once a year around October, because Anime Detour is so popular that you have to be pre-signed up for it in January, and it doesn't happen until July. So that's a bit about my cosplay experience and the different conventions that I've been to, and why I'm banned for life from 2 anime conventions. But yeah, that's a little bit into that. Next up, shout outs. So I randomly picked a channel to give a shout out to this week, and after thinking about who I've given shout outs to, who I haven't, stuff like that, I came to the decision, and the channel I'm shouting out tonight is Cryo Prime. Go check out Cryo Prime's channel. He is awesome. Cryo, I'm not really sure what you do on your channel, or if you specifically do something, but I know you're really into anime, and so that's my shout out. Go check out Cryo Prime's channel. He's really awesome. Big thumbs up. Okay, we've gotten to the portion where I'm gonna do channel plugs. Of course, on Afro X, you're gonna get all your anime content. Every week, you're gonna get a video on Sunday, which is an edited video, and then we, of course, do live stream on Monday night. Now, there's a couple other channels that you should be aware of. There is the Afro the Sniper channel, and that is Afro_the_sniper. And that channel is very, very cool. If you're into Apex Legends at all, you're going to love it. I'm posting on there every so often. I got a lot of videos to put on there, but pretty much I post on there whenever I get a win on Apex Legends. So if you're into that, if you're into gaming, that's going to be a really big thing. But I also have posted a video of Jump Force. So Jump Force is an anime fighter, and that's a really fun game too if you're into that. So I would say check out Afro the Sniper. That's another good channel of mine, and a channel that I really want to start working on again, try to get up and running, is called File Deleted. And that channel is also all about gaming and stuff like that. But I think I'm probably going to be playing Warzone on that more. And it has a more serious tone. And every episode, it kind of has the feel of the theme of File Deleted is that every episode that you are watching is a file that has been deleted, and in order to watch it, it has to be reloaded onto the computer. So there's a whole intro to it. It's really, really cool. You'll love the theme song. I came up with an original rap theme song for that channel. But yes, File Deleted, which you can find if you look at my other channels on Afro X, you can find that one. But yeah, File Deleted, Afro the Sniper. Then there is one that I haven't posted in a while, but there is Game Bros. And Game Bros is me and my housemate's channel, where pretty much what we do is we post videos of One Piece Pirate Warriors games. So we did a couple of Pirate Warriors 3. We've done a couple of Pirate Warriors 4. And those are games completely based on One Piece. So they're just a blast. It'd be cool to put some One Piece Burning Blood on there. That'd be interesting. But yeah, so Afro the Sniper, File Deleted, and Game Bros. Also, if you wanted to check it out, I haven't posted on there in a while, but there is one of my channels is called Epic Games that has video games that are edited so that they look cooler. And on that channel is one of my most popular videos, which is original lyrics for Megalovania from Undertale, which I really want to put on this channel, but it would take away from the popularity of the other one. So I may remake it and put it on this channel. But yeah, those are my other channels. Those are the plugs. Go check those out. That is all I really had. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a link to this StreamYard in the chat here. And if you want to come on, talk with me, stuff like that, then you can. But I'm going to leave it to you guys. I will answer your questions, or if you want to come on and talk with me, that would be great. But all that was planned for tonight has been gone through, and we are kind of just chilling now. But yeah. So here's my question to you guys. If you guys were in One Piece and you could have a devil fruit power, which devil fruit power would you have? Or just which power in general? Let me see. Some ideas I've been toying around with recently. I was thinking of doing, I wrote a rap a long time ago of like the ABCs of Naruto. I thought maybe I could do an ABCs of anime. That would be interesting. And I've also thought about doing a video where I do superheroes portrayed by anime, where I'll take like Marvel and DC heroes and pretty much pair them up with their anime counterparts, which would be very, very interesting to see. But yeah, that is extremely exciting. Also, if you guys wanted to see me do more singing in Japanese or just singing in general, I think that'd be cool too. I know a lot of people like music on my channel. So yeah, that's a great thing. Man, Robbie is so lucky because I mean, well, I suppose he also blows through about an hour of content before he does a break. if I did that, I'd have to make like cards and stuff, and I'd have to do much more content for this. I get through about all my content in 1 hour, and then it's kind of gone down the drain. But yeah. Also, live streaming is pretty difficult. I will say, um, not just because of all the planning and stuff like that, but also because you're pretty much talking to yourself. I mean, you're explaining these things to yourself, and the only response is what people write in the chat, but you're not hearing an actual response from somebody else. But yeah. I mean, people on TV have it a little bit better because, I mean, at least they have an audience that they're speaking to. I could probably equate this show to the equivalence of being a voice actor, um, just because that's what they have to deal with. They don't have anybody that they're really talking to, especially if the person their dialogue is with hasn't recorded their lines yet. Then it's kind of difficult. But yeah, live streaming, it takes grit. It takes real grit, man. All right. Well, looks like the chat is pretty much dead. I haven't seen anybody write anything in it for a good while, so I'm gonna cut this here. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we will be back next Monday night for Link said I'm here just listening. Okay, Link. But yeah. I will say, if you guys don't have any more questions, then I will wrap it up here. But yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro. And always remember to stay legendary. Stay tuned to PCP Army. Tomorrow night we have Wednesday we have the Chamor show. And so yes, definitely check that out. PCP Army, it is the most legendary station. My name is Afro X, and this has been Anime Nation. See you next week, YouTube. Or see you next week, my weeaboos. Bye-bye. Oh, Link said, when are we reviewing Soul Eater? I reviewed Soul Eater earlier today. I did episodes 1 and 2 last week, and then I did episodes 3 and 4 today. And we really need to have a better communication pool, something like that. Maybe start a group chat or a Discord or something like that, so we can get our times in sync. But yes, I do want to get everyone together for a big review of Soul Eater. Anyways, yes. But yes, next week, have a great night, my weeaboos. See you later.